You're right. Technology is hard. If you've ever felt frustrated by it, overwhelmed by it, if it ever feels like everyone knows about technology and understands it, but you don't, you're not alone in that. Many people feel the same way. And in this video, I want to talk about 3 valid reasons why you may feel that way and what you can do about it. Here's the first reason why technology is so challenging. It's always changing. It's hard to feel confident about something when the ground is always moving beneath your feet. Technology is a lot like that. For instance, you have a program that you like, big or small, and you've learned it, you feel comfortable with it. You haven't used it for a few weeks. You open it up, but in the meantime, it's been updated. So now the menus are different. The buttons are different. The layout is different. It feels like you have to relearn something that you felt that you already learned. So it's this process of continually learning things. The changes make technology challenging. I know I feel this way. By the way, my name is Ryan, and I've been around technology for over 30 years now, and I love to teach people about it. And I agree with this sentiment. In all of the years I've had of learning different programs, I have been humbled because you're constantly having to relearn something that you felt that you already knew. In fact, that's one of the main reasons why I started this YouTube channel. I wanted to try to support my family by being a tech educator. I've always enjoyed doing it. But through the process, I found that this first problem is really true. Technology is changing. I felt comfortable with certain programs, but yet in learning how to make a YouTube channel and how to edit videos, I've learned that I need to take just one thing at a time. And that's the solution to this first problem. Take one thing at a time. In the very first video that I did, one point stood out to me after making that video. To start at the trailhead and work all the way to the summit, but to do so one step at a time. Someone taught me that years ago, and I've always appreciated it. So for instance, you need to learn how to make a spreadsheet for work. Rather than thinking I need to learn Excel, the entire program, which can be daunting, if we learn specifically how to make a spreadsheet, a simple spreadsheet, what do I need specifically for that task, that is so much less time and pressure than learning Excel as a whole. So the way that we view technology, if we simplify it and take one thing at a time and learn what we need to for that day only, and that's it, then that can take a lot of the pressure off when it comes to technology. So if today you just need to create a folder and drop some pictures into it, but you need to figure out how to create a folder, well then that's all you need to do today. You don't need to learn about file types and things like that. Build on it, one step at a time, from the trailhead to the summit. So that's the first challenge. It's always changing. But changing buttons and updating programs, that's only part of the problem. There's something else that makes technology feel more challenging than it should, and that leads us to the second challenge. Technology uses language that people simply were never taught. So a lot of technology feels confusing because it's wrapped in words that sound foreign or abstract or overly technical. Like for instance, what's RAM? What's bitrate? A lot of these are phrases that we just don't use in everyday language. So what can happen? It can make people feel embarrassed. It's almost like everyone got handed this technology dictionary that we weren't handed, and thus it can be embarrassing and challenging to learn. So for instance, in this path of creating this YouTube channel, I felt comfortable with many different programs. I still have a lot to learn, but I didn't realize how much there is to learn about video editing, about uploading videos to YouTube. There's so much that I still have to learn. Words like bitrate or codec or timeline. The point that I'm trying to make is that this challenge makes total sense why you're feeling this way. All of these words, it makes total sense. So what can you do about it? Well, the first part of the solution is to simply realize that we're all in the same boat. It feels like every single program has its own unique dictionary. There are specific words that are tied to video editing. There are specific words that are tied to spreadsheets. And it's almost impossible to know every single one. So, first thing, realize you're not alone in that. Very few people who are around technology understand every single word. So, because you don't, it's okay. You're in good company. Here's a second part of the solution for this challenge. Connect words that you do need to know with things that you already know. So for instance, a folder. It's on your desktop. You put pictures into a folder. Well, a folder is just like an actual folder. You would put documents or pictures into an actual folder, and then you would store that in your filing cabinet or whatever it may be. So simple word association with something that you already are familiar with can go a long way. Or for instance, a word that's used a lot is the cloud, when something is stored in the cloud. Well, a cloud hangs above you. It's in the sky. So when something is stored in the cloud, it's not here where you can touch it, where you can feel it. It's almost like it's put up into the sky so that you can then pull it down whenever you need to. You can reach up to the clouds, pull it down. So that's kind of like how the cloud works. It's not right in front of you. It's not on your physical computer, but it's stored somewhere else. And whenever you need it, you can pull it down and download it from the internet. So when you associate these words that you may not be used to using with something that you are used to using, that can help you with all of these technical jargon. And by the way, I just wanted to mention that if you are still learning computers, there's a free download below that can help you through the process. It's all free. Hope you like it. But even once those words start to make sense, there's still one more thing that can stop people cold. And honestly, this may be the biggest one of all. Are you simply afraid of maybe breaking something? Deleting something important? I feel that way too. Fear makes learning slower. It just simply does. When we feel anxious about breaking something, it can be challenging to continue forward. Anxiety shuts down curiosity, and that's the simple truth. But I feel that way sometimes. So for instance, let's say, in fact, let's look at it. Let's say that you've got a document like this. You've worked really hard on it. You've put a lot of time into it, and for some reason, something happens, and then it's all gone. This right here, that internal struggle of feeling like if I do one thing wrong, it's all gone, is one of the biggest challenges that I've faced in the past, that others have faced, others that I've helped learn technology. This is a big one. Well, what can we do about this? It's very, very simple to undo mistakes. Very simple. Most programs are that way. There are very few instances. There are some, but there are very few where it's one click and it's unchangeable. Very few. What could we do in a situation like this? Well, do you see up here these arrows that are pointing backwards and forwards? This is the undo and redo button. You will see buttons like this in a lot of programs that you use. If you simply hit the undo button, left click that, it all comes back. Just like that. Very few times is there a situation that cannot be undone when it comes to computers? And a lot of times it's as simple as hitting the back arrow, and it's all back. So realizing that very few instances are unchangeable, that right there is part of the solution. Find a program that allows you to play around. So for instance, Google Docs is a great one. Microsoft Word is another one, where you can make a mistake, but then you can easily undo the mistake using the undo and redo buttons if you need to. Find a place where you can play around and get used to feeling curious, knowing that you can't break it. And as you feel curious, you'll be willing to step out a little bit more into another program, because then you can see, hey, I can just undo my mistake. And that can help you to feel less afraid of breaking something. I know it's helped me a lot. Technology is hard because it changes, it uses an unfamiliar language, and it makes people afraid to make mistakes. But none of these are things that you cannot overcome. It may change, but yet learn what you need to learn for that day. It may seem unfamiliar, but learn what you need to learn just for what you're doing. It may seem scary to make a mistake, but learn how to undo it. Do you see the point? If you take small steps, if you start at the trailhead of whatever you're doing, and then you work your way to the summit, step by step, only learning what you need to learn along the way, it makes learning technology so much easier. And that way you can get to where you need to go. I know in the last year I've learned a lot about YouTube. I've been humbled when it comes to learning technology. And if you would like to see where it all began, you can watch this video next. This is the first one, mistakes and all. But I hope you can see, if you just keep going and don't give up, technology may not be that hard after all.